Well, I'll tell you what.
Oh, guys.
It's funny, the guys were ribbing me a little bit. They said, hey, are you nervous? Claudio, are you nervous? Every 5 minutes.
I'm Claudio Ongaro, and I take people hunting. I woke up one day as a 27-year-old school teacher and said to myself, I'm gonna build a hunting lodge. That was in 1994. Now I lead my dedicated team of guides for 63 days each fall, exposing my clients to some of the best waterfowl hunting of their lives. Controlled chaos, epic hunts across 5 million huntable acres. We are hired to hunt.
It was a late flight. And we deliberated when we got here. You know, it's a small chunk. And the geese were in here. They'd come over power line. The wind was out of the south. And we thought maybe we'd cross shoot them, but we shot them straight on. And it was unbelievable tonight. I mean, every flight in your face tonight. The dive bombs did unbelievable. And again, you know, and I know I say this a lot, but you know, we shot birds that were inside of 5, 10, 15 yards tonight at first, and then they made some long shots. So the improved cylinder chokes, gets them tight, and then that heavy hammer whacks them down range, and life's good, you know. So I'd been spotting hard all morning. The hunters were out with some of the other guides, and you know, this is the end of October now, and they don't fly real early, and it's a delayed flight, so you know, these geese are stacking up in the field. Of course, it looked really light early. I didn't know if I could get on. I was having trouble getting a hold of the landowner. So, you know, I'd been gone, and I'd come back, and then of course it's 10:30, 11 o'clock now. The news from the hunters was that they hadn't done well on their geese. They shot a limited duck, so I'm in a situation. I got to bring these guys out, shoot them as many geese as I possibly can, up to a limit of 40. And you know, it's not always easy to do in the afternoons. And you know, I'm watching these things. I'm going, man, it's a tight little spot. They're feeding right up against the road. You know, I had a wind out of the south, which was good because they'd come straight from the northern roost, but they had to clear a power line. So all these things factor in, and you know, I couldn't push to the other end of the field because it wasn't peas. They were jammed into this little chunk of peas, maybe 10 or 15 acres, and you know, it was one of those deals. So I set up the upright blind and set up the dive bombs in a real shallow U with a lot of loose family groups. I left it as wide open as I possibly could in the front, and I'll tell you what, you know, it was flight after flight. Those birds suckered right in. And I mean, I don't know who had more fun, me guiding it or them shooting, because it was hard and fast. And you know, the hunters were ribbing me pretty hard. I know Bill Johnson, he's, you know, one of those guys with a great sense of humor, and you know, he's going, Claudio, are they coming? Are you nervous? And of course, I really don't think if he cares if he even shot one half the time. You know, he's out there to have a good time. But sure enough, the bird showed up, they presented, and we had a stellar hunt. These birds absolutely did it for us. And it was a great hunt, and I don't know who was happier, me or them. That's a wrap.